Hello, dear students. In today's class, I teach you very simple and interesting program, that is a C program to find addition of two matrices. This is very interesting. You may get this question in VTU main examination also. If you get this question, you are the luckiest student because it is very easy program. First, see the output, which program you need to write. That means whenever we run a program, that program will ask you to enter the order of matrix A. That means what is the problem? We have two matrix. Matrix A we have, matrix B we have, matrix C we have to calculate. This is the matrix A is having 2 rows 3 columns. Matrix B is also having 2 rows 3 columns. Matrix C we need to calculate. Assume that matrix A is having the values, these values like 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. In the matrix B also some values are there. Let us assume once again 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. You need to calculate the matrix C. How to find the addition of these two? Addition of these two matrices means you need to add the corresponding elements. C of 0, 0 equals to means 1 plus 1 how much? 2. This 2 plus this 2 how much? 4. 3 plus 3 how much? 6. 4 plus 4, 8. 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5, 10. 6 plus 6, 12. This one you have to calculate. This is the resultant matrix. Means what is the question? Find the addition of two matrices A and B. But we do not know the order also, we do not have values also. Means that program needs to read the order of matrix A as well as values. You need to read the order of matrix B as well as the values. Then check for compatibility. Compatibility means what? If you want to find the addition of these two matrices, rows of both the matrix must be same, column of the matrix must be same. Then only you can find the matrix C. Otherwise you cannot. That is what we call compatibility. What is the compatibility? Rows of the matrix A must be equivalent to rows of the matrix B. Column of the matrix A must be equivalent to column of the matrix B. Then only we are able to find matrix C. I hope you have understood the problem. Have you understood the problem? Then what is the output? Whenever we run a program, that program will ask you to enter the order of matrix A. Assume that I entered 2 by 3. Means 2 space 3. Once you enter the order of matrix A, then that program will read the order of matrix B. Assume that once again I entered 2 by 3 only. Whether addition of matrices is possible? Yes, addition of these two matrices are possible. Because rows equals to rows, column equals to column. So that software is telling me that matrix addition is possible. If matrix addition is possible, then only that program reads the elements of matrix A. Enter elements of matrix A. As per the order, you have to enter 6 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to maintain the space. Even you can type in a single line also. Or you can press enter also. No problem. Once this program reads the elements of matrix A, then the program reads the elements of matrix B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can enter any other values also. Now that program is telling us the addition of two matrices. The program has given the result. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 3 plus 3, 6. Corresponding elements are added as well as we are getting the result on the monitor. This program you have to write. This is one possible output I explained. Run the same program second time. Enter the order of matrix A 2 by 3. Enter the order of matrix B. I entered 3 by 2. See here, rows are not same, columns are also not same. That's why see the output given by the program. Matrix addition is not possible. Means you need to write the program that should tell us possible or not possible also. If possible, it reads and calculates. If not possible, just it displays the message not possible. This program you have to write. How to write this program? It's very easy. Nothing is there. Think about the required variables. Somewhere you have to store the order of matrix A. As usual, we go for integer. M will hold the rows of first matrix, N is for column of first matrix. Somewhere to store the rows and column of second matrix, P for rows of first matrix, Q is for column of second matrix. Then I is for row index, J is for column index. Okay, I and J. Next we need 3 arrays. A of maximum size, we go for 10 by 10. B of maximum size, B of 10 by 10. Okay. Next we need one more array named C, so that we can store the result C of 10 by 10. Okay, these many things we need. Then first of all I explain you the logic. What is the logic here? Assume that we have the values in A as well as values in B. How to find the addition? C of 0 0 equals to A of 0 0 plus B of 0 0. C of ij equals to A of ij plus B of ij. C of 0 0 equals to A of 0 0 plus B of 0 0. We calculate it. C of 0 1 equals to A of 0 1 plus B of 0 1. C of 0 2 equals to A of 0 2 plus B of 0 2. Like this corresponding elements we add. How many times we add like this? M into n times. Rows of the first matrix, column of the first matrix, or go for rows of the second matrix and column of the second matrix also, because the order is same for both, to find the addition of two matrices. I hope you understood the logic. Now I explain you the program. The program is very easy. How to write a program? Hash include std.h void main. Just only we discuss it regarding the required variables. M and N will hold the rows and column of first matrix. P and Q will hold the order of second matrix. I is for row index. J is for column index. This helps to store the elements of A. This helps to store elements of B. This helps to store the resultant matrix. Then enter the order of matrix A. Whatever the order we enter, that will be stored in M and N. Once we read the order of first matrix, we have read the M and N 2 by 3. M is 2 now. N is also M is 2. N is 3. Enter the order of matrix B. Assume that once again we enter 2 and 3. First your duty is to check for compatibility. M must be equivalent to P. N must be equivalent to Q. Then only matrix multiplication is possible. So if else has been used here. See here. If M equals to P, logical line compulsory. N must be equals to Q. Then only this true block works. See here. This is true block. This is true block for if. At what time this works? If the matrix multiplication is possible. Assume that M is not equals to N and P is not equal. This condition false. M is not equals to P, N is not equals to Q. Then addition of matrix is not possible. Program completes. That means in this program, if else has been used. In the true block of if, the entire program is there. Means if matrix addition is possible, then we read the elements of A, we read the elements of B, we calculate C, we print C. Everything comes in the true block of if else. I hope you understood. This program is very easy. Just we allocated the memory, we are reading the order of A, we are reading the order of B, we are checking for compatibility. If possible, true block works. If not possible, false block works. Program completes. Now I explain if possible. If possible, matrix addition is possible. Enter elements of matrix A. Enter elements of matrix A. I'm not printing that one. Next, how to read A already we know. Outer loop M times, inner loop N times. Means those many values and we store in array. Enter the elements of B. And here you can use M and N, or you can use P and Q also, no problem at all. Here you can use P and Q or M and N, because order of both the matrix must be same. It will not make any difference. Then we are reading the elements of A matrix. Those will be stored in A. Elements of B matrix will be stored in B. This is very important code. This is very important code. Because of this code only addition takes place. Means I hope you know M is how much? 2. 0 less than 2. Yes. 1 less than 2. S. N is how much? 3. 0 less than 3, S. 1 less than 3, S. 2 less than 3, S. Means 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Like this we stored in A. Similarly, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Similarly, here also, C of 0, 0 equals to, I explain only once, C of 0, 0 equals to A of 0, 0 plus B of 0, 0 first time. Second time, what happens? 0, 1 equals to 0, 1 into 0, 1 plus 0, 1. Next, 0, 2 equals to 0, 2 plus 0, 2. Like this, it works for how many times? M into N times or P into Q times, because of which in C array addition of both the matrix will be there. Next, you have to print it back on terminal. Resultant matrix is so and so. Outer loop is for row index, inner loop is for column J. Then we need to print the J here. You can use the space here, or you can use the slash T also. After printing the first row elements, move the cursor to the next line. That's what this printf. You can use it above the inner loop also. First we move the cursor, then we print the row elements. Otherwise, first print the row elements, then move the cursor to the next line. You can use it above the inner loop or after the inner loop also, above or below the inner loop. I hope you are getting. It's very easy program. I think you have understood. Otherwise, else part works. Addition of matrix is not possible. I hope you understood. Shall I repeat once again? Okay, slowly I repeat in 1 minute. Hash include assured to hide mean. Mn order of matrix A, P and Q order of matrix B, and the row elements and row index and column index. It holds the elements of matrix A. It holds the elements of matrix B. It holds the resultant matrix C. We read the order of matrix A, M and N. We read the order of matrix B, P and Q. We check for compatibility. Rows of the first matrix must be equivalent to the column. Rows of the first matrix must be equivalent to the rows of the second matrix. Column of the first matrix must be equivalent to the column of the second matrix. If possible, matrix addition is possible. We read A, we read B, then we calculate C, then we print C in matrix format. If that compatibility is not true, then it displays a message addition of matrix is not possible. Program completes. I hope you understood. Very good. Have a nice day. Take care.